However, at least 8 people were injured in the crash.
Here's what we know so far from Pearson International Airport. The flight was coming from Minneapolis, and it did land just after 2 o'clock here in Toronto. And for whatever reason, the reason is unclear at this time, the plane flipped onto its back. We know that the wings at the back were sheared off and that there were quite a few injuries. 8 people were injured, seriously injured, and then a number of others have been taken by ambulance. We've seen at least a couple of ambulances leave since we've been here. We know that all of the flight crew and passengers are accounted for. We know that there were air ambulances that responded, as well as, of course, land ambulances. And in terms of the injured, we know that one child, a pediatric patient, has been rushed to Sick Kids Hospital. We know that a male patient in his 60s was transported to St. Mike's, again with critical injuries, and that a patient was transported to Sunnybrook with critical injuries as well. Now, this plane, which was a Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis to Toronto, had 80 passengers on board. Again, it's unclear how many people suffered injuries, but at least 8 of them suffered critical injuries, and 3 air ambulance helicopters had to rush here in order to respond to that.
We were seeing like some black smoke coming from the runway inside of the airport. We were doing some plane spotting over on that plaza over there at the intersection, and we saw something, some big smoke coming over the airport. So we rushed here to check out what exactly was happening. So I was walking to this fence, and and I could see a CRJ that is possibly crashed on the airport. The airplane is flipped, according to what I've seen, and my friend says like there are a couple of people evacuating from the airplane.
It's upside down at this point. It flipped over for whatever reason it is, but I could tell you that it's incredibly windy here, and of course we've had a ton of snow, and so Pearson International Airport recorded many centimeters over the last couple of days, the 2 snowstorms that we had. So we're going to continue to follow this breaking news for you, and we'll bring you updates as soon as we have them.